Well, there is tension at the highest levels of government, almost bordering on a blame game at the top over a controversial aviation deal between India and the UAE. Now, with allegations that the deal compromised national interest, the PMO has now washed its hands off almost completely from the controversial deal. But the opposition is up in arms.
When Salman Khurshid was in Abu Dhabi in the last week of April, the bilateral civil aviation mega generous deal, virtually opening up Indian civil aviation like never before to UAE players, was the big cherry on the cake.
The Etihad Jet Airways deal is good for the country, is attracting foreign direct investment, and I think there should not be any problem on that.
Now, most ironically, everyone in the government is washing its hands of it. Most notably, the Prime Minister himself.
The Prime Minister presides over a collective cabinet. So the Prime Minister of the country can never wash off its hands from any decision of the government.
This is a note from the Prime Minister's office, available only with Times Now. And in this note, it is very clear that the Prime Minister's office, which gave clearance to this deal on the 22nd of April under urgent pressure from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, as it has stated in this note, is a deal that the Prime Minister's office now wants to distance itself from, as it has become a political hot potato.
Right at the top, the note says the Civil Aviation Ministry should accurately reflect the facts, insinuating in other ways that it had not. Then it directly admonishes the Civil Aviation Ministry, saying its note did not record the pressure put on the PMO by the Civil Aviation Minister Ajit Singh, and how the PM asked for top ministers to meet only after Ajit Singh wanted urgent intervention. Further, the PMO says that when Finance Minister Chidambaram briefed the PM about the super generous deal with the UAE, the PMO laid out 6 possible problem areas, including the negative impact on the Indian aviation sector.
The Minister of Civil Aviation has said that he took this decision on behest of the directions of the Prime Minister. What does the Prime Minister's office have to do in a bilateral deal between two airlines? Why was the interference of the Prime Minister's office in executing a deal which is completely illegal and completely beyond the interest of the nation?
So does the PMO's washing its hands off this deal end there? No. The PMO in fact goes on and on about how the Civil Aviation Minister Ajit Singh and the Commerce Minister Anand Sharma pushed for the deal despite questions raised by the PMO, and also puts on record how the Finance Minister and the Foreign Minister agreed with their views.
After 2 years, if we are having whatever we had for 2G, and again if it smacks of some kind of corruption, then I think it will be a sad day for India.
So is it 4 top ministers against the PM on this controversial deal? Can the PM distance himself when the National Security Advisor and his Principal Secretary were briefed on the 22nd of April? Has the PMO distanced itself following the strong criticism by a Parliament panel? And if the PMO has such strong reservations, why did it not bring this deal before the full cabinet earlier and now after the controversy is out? Or is it the truth somewhere in between that the PMO is responding to this note of the Finance Minister Chidambaram, which squarely places the responsibility of urgent approvals in this deal on the PM's shoulders?
By the Finance Minister P. Chidambaram, which clearly puts the responsibility of urgent clearance in this deal on the PM's shoulder. See how on line 1 of this note, the Finance Minister clearly states that the meeting was called on the specific directions of the Prime Minister.
It is totally against national interests, and I have told the Prime Minister I will go to court, and that if he doesn't block it, he will also be culpable.
It is a fraud of innocence. It has made him dishonorable. It has only shown how he lacks his commitment to the nation.
Whatever the truth, Just like in the 2G case, the PMO is keeping an arm's length from the possible allegations of a rushing deal that allegedly compromises national interest. However, has this attempt come too late? And is the U-turn too transparent? For now, nobody in the government is smiling over this one. Bureau Report, Times Now.